Good morning, friends. World Humanitarian Day is being observed on the 19th day of August. It was designated by the United Nations in its General Assembly in 2003. The day is dedicated to recognize the humanitarian personnel who died working for humanitarian causes. The day marks the date on which Sergio Vieira de Mello, the then Special Representative of the Secretary General to Iraq, along with 21 of his colleagues, were killed in the bombing of the UN headquarters in Baghdad in 2003. The day is the outcome of the relentless efforts of the Sergio Vieira de Mello Foundation and his family. They worked closely with the ambassadors of France, Switzerland, Japan and Brazil in both Geneva and New York to take and steer the draft resolution through the General Assembly. Sergio Vieira de Mello was a national of Brazil. He dedicated a lifetime spanning over 30 years in the United Nations. He served in some of the most challenging humanitarian situations in the world. He reached the voiceless victims of the armed conflict, alleviated their suffering, and drew attention to their plight. Sergio Vieira de Mello was an exceptional humanitarian leader of unmatched courage, drive and empathy. He championed the cause of the victims fearlessly and carved their plight on the map of the world. His undying legacy is sure to remain for the upcoming generations to follow. The Foundation continues to support initiatives and efforts of promoting dialogue for peaceful reconciliation and coexistence. An annual award, a memorial lecture, and a fellowship, all in the name of Sergio de Mello, are on the agenda. Advocacy in the above line is a regular effort as well. Besides, World Humanitarian Day is a befitting tribute to all humanitarian personnel who have been making ultimate sacrifices to make the world a better place for all victims of humanitarian crises. It's also an encouragement to all serving colleagues to aspire to even greater heights in accomplishing laudable goals. The day is a standing invitation to international organizations, governments, and non-governmental organizations worldwide. It is an invitation to recommit themselves to working closely in view of realizing results of well-being for one and all. We are humanitarian workers, people helping people, and I was here were great campaigns of the subsequent years. They left their indelible mark in the area of doing something good somewhere and for someone else. It is remarkable that the campaign had a reach of more than 1 billion people around the world too. Humanitarianism is an active belief in the value of human life. Through this, humans practice benevolent treatment and provide assistance to other humans, reducing suffering and improving conditions of humanity are motivated by moral, emotional, and altruistic reasons. The practitioner of humanitarianism is called a humanitarian in the real sense of the word. Humanitarianism, again, is an informal ideology of practice. It advocates the doctrine of promoting human welfare as a duty of one and all. It believes in treating all human beings with respect and dignity. It defies the divisive antithesis of us and them and considers we for humanity as a whole. In the words of Albert Schweitzer, humanitarianism consists in never sacrificing a human being to a purpose. Humanitarians decry violation of human rights and slavery. They work against discrimination of human beings in any pretext, alleviate suffering, and save lives. Humanitarianism is an ideology of positivism. Do to the other what you would have the other do to you is the social morality or golden rule of the positivists, as Jesus Christ affirms. It may be noted that its variants are found in almost all religious and ethical traditions of the world. Social reforms of the 19th and 20th centuries, like Industrial Revolution and feminism, builds for better working conditions and hours for children and unskilled workers, and the founding of the Red Cross Society were after effects of great and sustained humanitarian efforts. In the modern times, digital humanitarianism has come up as an offshoot of ground-level humanitarian efforts in view of alleviating suffering. It was introduced by Patrick May to describe crowd mapping during Haiti earthquake. Social media can benefit the humanitarian sector by providing information for better situational awareness to organizations. There is a saying that goes, "It takes a village to raise a child." In a similar fashion, it takes a village to support a person in a humanitarian crisis. There has to be people whenever and wherever need arises. Responding to disasters by way of health care, shelter, food, protection, water, and the like is a proof positive for the sensitivity as human beings, far from spotlights and headlines. Friends, may a humanitarian outlook characterize our life. May the survival, well-being, and dignity of people affected by crises, along with the safety of aid workers, be at the core of our humanitarian efforts as well. On the occasion of World Humanitarian Day 2023, on behalf of Institute of Harmony and Peace Studies, New Delhi, I wish to make a strong appeal to my fellow humans in India and world over. Let us be humanitarian in our mindset and action. What's more, let our humane thoughts, words, and deeds make our country and the larger society a more worthy place for the humans to have their being. Hail World Humanitarian Day. Thank you.